All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brad Gottschall. I am the Lower Paxton Township Manager. In typical fashion, I'm going to give a brief summary of this evening's agenda. Pretty long agenda this evening for the board. The board, of course, meets tonight under business session, and they have a number of items. First, to include under new business, the board will dispatch with two very ceremonial and important action items, which are the administration of loyalty oaths, being for one Omar Sanchez Fortuna, something like that. Thank you, sir. Nice to meet you. And then also a Mr. Christopher Rudolph, both of which being for new hires for the Township Bureau of Police. After that, the board will take action to approve an ICA task order, that being related to the Greenbelt project, related to the joint pollutant reduction plan. After that, the board will take action to approve several applications for payment, the first of which being to New Enterprise Stone and Lime for the 2023 Township Paving Project. Next, then, for the 2024 Township Paving Project. Following that, then, the board will take action to approve Resolution 2024-29, which amends the municipal fee schedule. Following that, the board will take action on Resolution 2024-30, which closes out a grant project for the Parks and Rec Department. After that, the board will take action to adopt the municipal budgets for 2025 and also set tax rates for the upcoming fiscal year. And then following that, under subdivision and land development items, the board will take action to adopt Resolution 2024-32, which approves a sewer module for 6610 Union Deposit Road. Then finally, take action to approve the improvement guarantees, payment of township and authority bills, and then finally hear any last announcements before finally making a motion to adjourn. With all that said, members of the board are seated and prepared to conduct business. Thank you very much.
I'd like to call the meeting of the Lower Paxton Township Board of Supervisors to order. If you would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Supervisor Zumis will be leading us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have approval of the minutes from 9/17/2024. That would be the budget and the business meeting. Is there any questions from the board? Okay. Do I have a motion to adopt approve the minutes for the budget and the business meeting?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment. At this time, if there's anybody in the audience that would like to come forward for public comment, all I ask is if we have your name and your address. Is there anybody this evening that would like to come forward? Sure.
William Miller, 4311 Crestview Road, Harrisburg. I wanted to thank the Highways Department for a quick response to this last snow. And then additionally, Tim we had discussions about the great patching by these contractors, and it's actually improving, so you guys should know that.
Okay, good. We
To get
appreciate
the
it.
bumps out of the road. What I did come to talk about briefly, just to alert you, parcel 35061-006. It's 87.7 acres. It borders behind Costco, Devonshire, runs down over the hill to Edsel, Wilshire, and all those streets. This parcel is proposed by New Wave to put in a solar array, panels. Some of the homes are looking down into that area. They didn't bring in any elevations, any flyovers, but people are going to see that. Maintenance, they said they'd take care of it 4 times a year. That's nowhere near enough. It is a connector between Devonshire, and it can connect to all the, so if we want to have our walkways and our paths, it's something that should be included. My issue with it is no one can answer this question, and I'll put the question to you so you hear it. That's 87.7 at 0 acres. I don't know the exact lay of the land, but when you look at the number of homes you can build, building permits, sewer, water, zoning and all those. The taxable income off of those now, say for the life of the project, which is 30 years, they want to do a $38 million improvement to the school district. That's more money. Where's that money going to come from? I found that the solar arrays don't pay taxes on any of their improvements, their hardware, so that was a red flag for me. Somebody needs to sit down and get in the fiduciary driving chair. And what will the taxes be from the solar array at that parcel over the next 30 years versus the ever-increasing monies that will come from a residential development by, and I'm not going to mention names, but there's big developers. They come in, they look at it, they know just what to do. So what's the best thing for the township in the long run? There's lots of places to put these solar arrays. But when you're looking at these homes, there's questions about deciduous versus, the evergreens, how you're going to shield it, what if the trees die? You also have a lot of aesthetics to look at for the township residents who have lived there a long time. And some of these are some pretty big homes. And I don't think I want to look at that in my backyard. But that's just aesthetics. The bottom line is the dollars for this township, for the county, for the school district, the library, all those things. I just wanted to mention it because sometimes you might hear it after it goes through the other committees. Well, it's in the first committee now with the zoning. Go back a page.
Was it at Planning Commission?
Planning Commission, and it tentatively was tabled, but when I read the document, it didn't seem like it was tabled. So I'm confused there. But I just want you to know that that's a lot of time, a lot of money over a lot of years. I'll be gone for sure. But again, we have that responsibility to generate that kind of income because the township's going to just keep on growing. There'll be more students, and we need more money. And with federal government and all the deals they get, that needs to be explored, and it needs to be not told to you, but to be presented in writing down the road. I just think it's all about the dollars right now
Okay,
and
great.
the development. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for the information. Okay, is there anybody else? If you could just have your name and address, please.
Good evening. My name is William Stephen Johnson. I reside at 6705 Conway Road. And I just wanted to, as we close out this calendar year, and we enter into 2025, I just wanted the board to know that I am still having issues with the compost site that was opened behind my house, with the noise, certainly with the dust, also with the unsightliness of being able to sit on my porch and just see construction equipment, large trucks, and so forth. Also, I just wanted to ensure that if and when they do any type of study for noise or any other type of study to minimize the unsightliness, the noise, the dust, that I be included in it. Certainly, I don't think that the board fully understands and realizes the noise, because in the summertime, I have to keep my windows closed when they're operating. The noise is extremely loud within my house. When the trucks roll down, when they bang their beds, and not that they do it on purposely, but especially when they're empty and they're going back out, the percussion sound from them just ricochets right through the house, sends my dogs sometimes into a frenzy. The noise when they're running the grinder, the noise when they're running the device, I'm not sure what it's called, but it turns and regrinds the compost piles. That's extremely loud. When they're taking the waste out, anytime they're running the front end loader and they're banging the truck. It's all noise, it's loud. Again, it will wake me in the morning. The backup alarms will wake me up, especially when they're starting at 7 in the morning. All of those things I think really need to be considered. And again, feel free to have them start up the equipment, come to my house so you can really get a good idea of what I deal with. When I purchased my house, this was not in operation. I purchased a home. understanding Lower Paxton Township's their motto that, they want to make sure all their residents are living in a peaceful, quiet community to some degree. I truly don't believe that this type of operation you would have allowed this for any commercial building to come in and open up something of this nature that would cause this type of noise, dust, and the unsightliness of it for any member within the community. But again, thank you for your time, and I just want to make sure this stays on the calendar. It's something that has not went away. Certainly, I can't come to every board meeting, but again, thank you for your time.
Mr. Johnson, we had asked before, and I'm not too sure, did you submit, I had asked if you would submit to Mr. Gutschall, like the noise, the dust, to help with the DEP study. If you would be able to email him with all the issues that you're having back there, because he did say that would help with the DEP study. So if you could do that, I would appreciate it.
Okay, I will
great.
lay that out
Okay.
into to either email or mail it. Is either good?
Email's better.
Yeah.
Email's
Preferred.
better?
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Thank
perfect.
you.
All
Okay,
right,
great.
well, thank
All
you.
right, thank you so much.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
do we recall what the original intent of the land was?
Prior to me purchasing the home, I guess technically, if we're gonna go back to what the original intent was, the original intent, and that was before I purchased my home. The original intent for the neighborhood was to turn that area into a park for the community. And unbeknownst to the community, it was turned into at that time, into a dump. And they lived years and years of the members that were there. They lived with rodents and dogs and odors, and it went on for years and years. And the only reason it was closed was because DEP shut it down because the leachate was getting into, I believe, the water system, the groundwater. Even when I purchased the house, I did go to the township at the time, and I inquired about what was going to be done with that land. And at that point, they says, well, we're thinking about turning it into a golf course. But it was some years later that they decided to turn it into the compost site.
Was the community involved? Okay. A couple moments ago, you said it was turned into am I using the words properly if I interchange landfill and dump?
Two different things. When it was a dump,
Animals.
it was just raw waste. There was waste coming from everywhere. My one neighbor that lives 2 doors down from me at the time, he had a major concern because he said at times there were trucks coming in he thought they were coming from Fort Indiantown Gap because they were government or Army vehicles, and he was concerned with what they were dumping. So it was just a landfill, and I think they dumped whatever.
Did the community have any input as to whether or not it was going to be turned, instead of using it as a park, which is what the community had been led to believe?
I don't think they had much input. And again, I can go back and do some research on that if it's necessary, but from what I understand, they did not have much input.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, I just want to be clear. That was when would that have been? What year would that have been that was changed then?
I can research it.
When did you move in that house?
When I moved in over 30 years ago. I moved in around 1992. And then there was nothing back there.
Okay.
Right. But it was a closed dump at that point before they turned it into the compost site.
Back in 1992.
It was closed. Yeah. It was not being used for anything.
I
It
think
was
the
some years
compost
later.
pile was about 25 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
a long
Yeah,
time
it's
before,
probably 5, 7
when they
years.
had opened it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So this was done a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time
Okay.
ago.
Yep.
And we were all a lot younger.
And I've been here
and not
many,
here, and not sitting in this position.
and I've been here many times, many times. Yeah. So, all right. But
Okay,
thank
great.
you.
Thank you. Chairman and board members, comments? Have any comments? Chairman? I just want to thank the Lower Paxton Community Foundation for Saturday, for the Chris Kindle Mart. Last year we had 8,500. We're hoping we hit 10,000 on Saturday. Great crowds. It was very, very cold, but everybody survived. And a shout out to the police here. I heard nothing but positive remarks from the vendors, from the 4 co-chairs of the market. They were very happy that everybody was there helping them out, and we really appreciated what you guys all did. So this is a sad moment tonight. I'm going to try and hold back. Mr. Zumas is going to be resigning on December 31st.
That's true.
I know. So we're sad. We tried to talk him into it to stay before we came out, but he just says that it's time to go. So we wish you well.
Thank you.
We're going to miss you very, very, very much. So
Thank you.
would you like to say a couple of words?
Well, I'll probably miss the clowns, but I won't miss the circus. But it's been a pleasure, 6 years, 5 months. We've accomplished a lot, still a lot to do. And it was an honor to serve the community. I served the federal government, I served the state government, now I can say I serve the local municipality. So add it all up, it's a lot of time.
Yeah, and we appreciate your military time and everything that you've done for the residents.
Thank you.
And hopefully you're going to stay involved somewhere in the township.
Yeah, I'll still be involved in Heroes Grove and East Shore Business Association, and I could sit here and list a whole host of things, but I
Okay,
won't be going away.
all right.
And as I told everybody on the board, and Chris and I were talking about it a little earlier, y'all have my phone number. I didn't forget everything I ever learned, and I didn't lose all the contacts I've ever created. So feel free to call, and
Okay,
I'll help any way I can.
I'm going to miss my travel partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, miss my travel partner. Board, would you like to say anything? Anybody have anything else that you wanted to add?
Norm, I just want to say you will definitely be missed. You were a great running mate, great leader, and I've learned a lot from you, and I appreciate my time with you.
Thanks, Paul. And same here.
Well, Norm's my neighbor, so I'm gonna be seeing him plenty. So just keep your sidewalk shoveled.
Absolutely.
Okay, all righty. Okay, managers report. Mr. Gutschall.
Madam Chair, yes, I just wanted to, and of course I picked tonight of all nights to absolutely capture the absolute, I'm sure, undivided attention of this rousing crowd tonight in my discussion of meeting minute production. So allow me, if you will, for just one moment, I just want to give a brief summary of how the township creates and actually goes through the process of creating and producing its meeting minutes, because that's been discussed either by this board or out in the general public. I just want to put on the record how that how those meeting minutes are produced, and so we can kind of put that topic maybe hopefully to rest. Actually, the production of meeting minutes is governed by the township's clerks and custodians collective bargaining agreement. Through that agreement, particularly very deep in Section 3, within that agreement, it says, quote, transcription or creation of written meeting records shall not occur during one employee's regular work shift. Of course, we have employees who are selected to both record our meeting, our various meetings, but then also to follow those recordings up with written minutes, which are then entered into the official record of the township in bound books and then posted to our website. So just briefly, as it relates to one particular set of minutes that have been questioned, the June Parks and Rec Board, that is, the June Parks and Rec Board meeting minutes were finished being drafted on or about October 23rd, so not that long ago. So as you can see, several months had elapsed during the creation of those minutes. and that is for a particular reason, and that reason being, and I'm quoting here our Parks and Rec director, when she said, Mrs. Scott said, they, quote, took a little longer than usual due to a substitute recorder and a number of public comments made, end quote, during that meeting. And then subsequent to that meeting, both the November and December meetings of the Parks and Rec Board were canceled due to a lack of a quorum, as were the meetings of April and July. Unfortunately, that board has sustained a number of cancellations due to a lack of quorum. And so, as you can see, there's a rather explainable, I'd say, reason for a delay in these meetings, meeting minutes being produced, and I think it's something that into the future we're going to be taking a look at as we renegotiate our collective bargaining agreements. I guess that's the bottom line to all this, relative to how those meetings are, those minutes are produced, and particularly what the township can do to either accelerate those meeting minutes or otherwise get them entered into some sort of public domain such that either the board or the public can review meeting action ahead of any impending resolution that may be before that particular board. So we're working on it. Thank you.
I would just like to make a comment. I know that we were here in session several sessions ago, and an issue came up where a resident scolded us because we could not intelligently respond to an issue that came through the Planning Commission, and she was standing there asking us about something in the minutes, and we had not had the minutes made available to us. I want to make sure that that never, ever happens to us. It was a very embarrassing evening for the board. I would like to make sure that that never happens again. It's been several weeks, and I had hoped that the situation would have. So you're still working on it?
Still working on it, yes, ma'am. Yeah, when I first was hired here at the township, meeting minutes were basically being done verbatim, basically transcript, and it was taking several months often for each of those various meetings to be fully transcribed. When I got here, we changed that process. Thank you to Mrs. Smith and her good work doing that. And so now we are, I think, catching up much quicker than we ever have before. And like I said, it's something that, of course, the board needs to have that information ahead of them as they're making decisions or reviewing any sort of deliberations. And so we're going to continue getting those minutes to you as quickly as possible.
Okay, thank you. There's no old business, so the moment we've all been waiting for, everybody's here. Under new business, we're going to have the administration of loyalty oath of office to Omar Sanchez Fortuna, and he will be a member of the Lower Paxton Township Bureau of Police.
Yes,
Mr.
Madam
Kashir.
Chair and members of the board and guests. So I would like to introduce a quick bio for both of the individuals tonight, and they'll proceed after I begin reading their bios. Omar Sanchez Fortuna is a 26-year-old. He grew up in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Omar earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from York College in 2021. Omar is a member of the Army National Guard and serves as a wheeled vehicle mechanic. He is currently enrolled in the 125th Police Academy class at HAC and is scheduled to graduate this Saturday, December 21st. He will begin his field training immediately upon graduation. Omar is joined this evening by his wife, Miranda Sanchez, his mother, Myra Fortuna, and his extended family and in-laws.
Great. Okay. Are you ready to take your oath of office? Yeah. If you could please raise your right hand. Okay. I state your name. being duly appointed as a police officer of the Township of Lower Paxton in Dauphin County, Pennsylvania, do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, the Constitution and the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and the ordinances of the Township of Lower Paxton. I will uphold, obey, and enforce the law without consideration to a person's race, color, go ahead. Person's race, color, sex, religious creed, sexual orientation, age, national origin, handicap, or disability. And I will discharge my duties as a police officer with honor and fidelity. Congratulations and welcome. And congratulations on your graduation.
So next, I would welcome Christopher Rudolph. Christopher Rudolph is 31 years old and a lifelong resident of Dauphin County. He is a 2019 graduate of Bishop McDevitt High School and earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Shippensburg University in 2023. Upon graduation, Christopher joined the Dauphin County Sheriff's Department, where he was employed until joining the Lower Paxton Police family tonight. Christopher will be attending the 126th Police Academy class at Hack beginning in January. Christopher is joined this evening by his mother, Anne Marie, father, Matt, and his brother, Alec.
Okay. If you would please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state. Okay. Being duly appointed. As a police officer of the Township. Of Lower Paxton. In Dauphin County, Pennsylvania. Do solemnly swear. That I will support, obey, and defend. The Constitution of the United States of America. The Constitution and the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And the ordinances of the Township of Lower Paxton. I will uphold, obey, and enforce. The law without consideration to. A person's race. Color. Sex. Religious creed. Sexual orientation. Age. National origin. Handicap or disability. And I will discharge my duties. As a police officer with honor and fidelity. Congratulations.
As Madam Chair is signing the oath with him, I'll remind everyone too, Mr. Bradley Sumsky, who we had previously sworn in, will also be graduating this weekend from the Hack Police Academy and joining us in January in his FTO period. Thank you.
Nice to have Rudolph visit us at Christmas time. your time.
Back up. Awesome, thank you.
We're one big family.
Terrible. This is much easier anyway. The next one.
Well, that was exciting. Where'd Robin go? Doesn't she know she's not supposed to socialize until after the meeting?
What?
back again. Robin, who's in this picture?
If like from you on, go around to the back there, like be on the podium, that way we could, and then everyone else could just move down so we can center.
I'll stand behind Ben.
That's good. Just make sure you're not blocked.
Oh, because he's 6'5"?
Yeah, if you wanna be like right there, that's good.
King of the castle. King of the castle. Yeah, pastries up here. Get the hammer. I want the pastries.
Yep.
Would you protect me
Right,
from getting
look
fired?
this way. Do another one, look this way.
Hold
That's
on.
all good?
I have no idea if it's nope, not even close. Hold on.
The rest of them are terrible.
I can't
better
see
than
the
you.
screen.
Just a ceiling tile.
Nope, still not. I'm only so tall.
This is not gonna work.
Need to stand on a chair? Well, I need to zoom out. Is that a thing that?
What are you doing?
Oh, wait, here we go. This function is not selected.
Gavel's right there, chief.
That's Chris's name.
Rich Wade was on to leave.
Chief said, dare me to bang the gavel. He's so tired.
Say anything? Pit early, pit often?
I don't know. It was just sitting there. We'll be sharing it. I think it came from Everett. But we'll be sharing it. Oh, you want a piece now? It's
You mean
baklava.
from Everett Hamilton?
I think that's who it came from. He makes the. We'll be sharing
His
it when we
wife
go back.
makes it, doesn't
Oh, I thought he knew.
she? She's the Greek.
Okay, again, I want to thank everybody for attending. We really appreciate it. So, Director, or I was going to say you're going downstairs. I didn't want them.
Everett, did this come from you?
Okay, next on the agenda, we have action to approve ICA Tax Order 2024-01 for the MS4 JPRP Greenbelt Project. Mr. Gutschall.
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board. As part of its standing joint pollutant reduction plan with CRW and Susquehanna Township, Lower Paxton Township has agreed to provide proportional funding as part of the partner's $100,000 local match to a growing greener grant project. The nearly $972,000 grant which we received will allow the partners to complete the Parkway Creek Streambank Restoration Project, which contributes to the township's joint pollutant reduction requirements. The ICA before the board this evening approves of a contribution agreement establishing the township's 57% proportional share of the local match, which is $57,000. If the board has any questions at this moment, I'd be happy to help answer them. Otherwise, this has been reviewed and stands prepared for board action this evening.
Okay. Does the board have any questions for Mr. Gutschall? Everybody good? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve ICA Task Order 2024-01?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay. Next, we have action to approve application for payment number 5 from New Enterprise Stone and Lime for the 2023 Township Paving Project. Mr. Gutschall.
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, application for payment number 5 from New Enterprise Stone and Line Company is before the board this evening. This, as mentioned, is for the 2023 project. The amount of this application for payment is $8,100, and then allows the township to close out the contract, and this then will be the last application for payment of this particular project. I'd be happy to help answer any questions the board may have.
Any questions with the board? No? Always good when things are closed out. Okay, do I have a motion to approve application for payment number 5 for New Enterprise Stone and Lime?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Action to approve change order number 2 from New Enterprise Stone and Line Company for the 2024 Township Paving Project. Mr. Gutschall.
Pardon me. Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board. This action item is a change order, which simply reconciles the actual infield amounts relative to the original contract term that was initially approved by the board. This change order does revise the contract in the amount of $1,073,501.23. And then a subsequent action by the board on this agenda will be another pay application pertaining to this project.
Okay, any questions? Do I have a motion to approve change order number 2 from New Enterprise Stone and Lime for the 2024 Township Paving Project?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we have action to approve the application for payment number 2 from New Enterprise Stone and Lime Company for the 2024 Township Paving Project. Mr. Gutschall.
Yes, ma'am, members of the board. The previously mentioned project being the 2024 Township Paving Project. The action before the board at this moment is the pay application, which is in the amount of $77,911.51. This has been reviewed by our township engineer and staff and stands prepared for board action as of this moment.
Any questions? Motion to approve application for payment number 2 from New Enterprise Stone and Lime Company.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have action to adopt Resolution 2024-29, amending the municipal fee schedule. Mr. Miller.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the board, as started in the 2022 budget year, we have a centralized fees resolution. This enables us to review all of our fees annually together by department, and also gives us one centralized document that we can place on the website for local constituents to have one place to go to review all the fees and charges that we have established as a township. As part of that process, all department heads review the fee schedules to determine anything that needs adjusted based on any third-party charges, such as pass-through costs for our building permits for inspections, as well as any amounts that need adjusted for software costs or administrative time involved in the process. As provided to you, it was a red line copy, so you were able to see the changes that were in place. I'd certainly be willing to help discuss any of those here tonight. None of them are significant in any regard, but it is before the board for action this evening to adjust the relating cost in the resolution. I'd be glad to take any questions.
Does anybody have any questions on the fee schedule? Do I have a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-29, amending the municipal fee schedule?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Action to adopt Resolution 2024-30, closing out Community Conservation Partnerships Grant Project. Mr. Gutschall.
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board. Late last year, the Parks and Rec Department received a grant in the amount of $18,000 from the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources relative to a peer consulting arrangement with the department. Through that program, the department had assigned to the township a peer consultant to assist the the Township's department in the creation of a sports organization agreement that would be utilized throughout our park system. We have had longstanding agreements with a number of various sports organizations, and this will allow us to kind of clean up those ongoing agreements with each one of those organizations to provide more formal partnerships between the organization and the township with regard to particularly their use of any individual field throughout the township. So at this moment, the project has been complete, and the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources requires us to officially close out the project, and this resolution allows the township to do that.
Okay, any questions? Do I have a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-30?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next, we have action to adopt Resolution 2024-31, adopting municipal budgets and establishing rates of taxation for the 2025 fiscal year. Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the board, this culminates many months of open deliberations, discussions, presentations, et cetera, in relation to our $60 million township budgets in total. Just a quick recap in relation to the taxation amounts. The township's general millage and library millage will remain the same at 1.554 mils and 0.041 mils. And the fire protection and equipment tax is being increased from 0.6365 to 1.24. This is in relation to staffing and funding our first career staff for the township to aid our volunteer fire crews. This will be an average impact to homeowners within a township of roughly $8 per month, or about $95 per year, on a $157,000 average assessed home. In relation to the funds, there are 7 funds in total we have budgets for as delineated on the resolution, and certainly here to answer any further questions the board has. I will state that there are no changes to this budget as was presented to the public and publicly advertised in the previous month.
Okay, do I have any questions? No questions? Okay. I just want to, for the record, I'm hoping that everything goes through with the career firefighters, because I think we definitely are at that point where we have to make sure we're at 100%. And I'm hoping for the record that the 4 new police officers will also be 4 certified Act 120 police officers in this budget. So, any other questions from anybody?
I would second that. On the police officers, I would like to see 4 police officers as well.
Number 1 in Lower Paxton Township is public safety, fire, and police. Any questions before we take a vote?
In this budget, this includes the staffing, the COLA increases, and the, how do I want to term it? The market rate increases, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, all right. So with respect to the COLA increases, and the market rate increases, those are the ones that Mrs. Hess did the study on, is that correct?
In relation to the market rate changes, that is correct.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Any other questions on the budget for Mr. Miller? Any public questions before we take a vote on the budget? Okay, do I have a vote to adopt Resolution 2024-31, adopting municipal budgets and establishing rates of taxation for the 2025 fiscal year?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Can I have a roll call vote, Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. Judd?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Not sure how to do this. I'm not comfortable with the, and I've said it previously, I'm not comfortable with the staffing increases that I was just referring to with regards to Mrs. Hess. So not quite sure how to do this. The rest of the budget I don't have a problem with, but that portion of the budget I still do have a problem with. So perhaps I'll just abstain.
Mrs. Lindsay?
Aye. Okay. Budgets are passed for 2025. Subdivision and Land Development, we have action to adopt Resolution 2024-32, approving a sewage planning module for 6610 Union Deposit Road. Mr. Gutschall.
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, before you all this evening is Resolution 2024-32, providing for a revision to the township's official sewage facilities plan, specifically including the 6662 group subdivision at 6610 Union Deposit Road, which proposes 3 single-family residential lots on a total 40.58 acres. It is indicated that this project requires a net of 3 EDUs of additional capacity on the township's sewage collection system. This resolution and the amended plan itself, as required by DEP regulations, has been approved by our township engineer, GHD, and is recommended by staff. At this point, Resolution 2432 is ready for board action at this point, and I'd be happy to help answer any questions any of you may have at this moment.
Okay. I know we've had this plan before, not with the sewage, but we've had the plan. Are
Yes,
there
ma'am.
any questions from any board members on this one? No? Okay. Do I have a motion to adopt Resolution 2024-32, approving a sewage planning module for 6610 Union Deposit Road?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Improvement guarantees, there are 6 of them. Let me see, I might get knocked out.
Apologies, we're having some internet issues in this room at the moment, actually.
Oh, so I might get knocked, oh,
yeah.
no, I'm good.
Is it
I'm
working
good.
on yours?
I'm good. I'm good.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
having trouble.
You're having,
You
okay, all right. So we have 6458 McCormick Lane, Wilshire Estates Phase 2A, 6320 Maiden Creek Drive, 6266 Rykoff Lane, Mr. Car Wash, and Life Storage. Any questions about the improvement guarantees? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the improvement guarantees?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Payment of bills, Lower Paxton Township and Lower Paxton Township Authority. Do I have a motion to pay the bills?
I make a motion to pay our bills.
Second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Anything under announcements? Anybody have any announcements?
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Oh, and we're still sad. You have one more second. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, all right, well, we're definitely going to miss you, so. Okay, the next meeting is scheduled for Monday, January 6, 2025 at 7 o'clock in this room. If you note, there is a change. We have to reorganize the first Monday of January, so that's why our meeting will not be on Tuesday. So hopefully you'll all attend on January 6th. Okay, with that said, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned.